Long ago, there was a young boy named Leo. Leo was only 10 years old, but life had already taught him many difficult lessons. Leo once lived in a small village near a large forest. He lived with his parents in a small wooden house. His father was a woodcutter, and his mother grew vegetables in their small garden. They were not rich, but they were happy. Every evening, Leo sat with his parents near the fireplace. His father told stories about brave travelers and mysterious forests. Leo loved those stories very much. He dreamed about adventures and discovering the world. But one year, a terrible storm came to the village. The wind was strong, and the rain fell for many hours. Many houses were damaged, and people had to leave the village. Leo became separated from his parents during the chaos. When the storm ended, Leo searched everywhere for them. He walked through the village, calling their names again and again. But they were nowhere to be found. Leo was scared and alone. Near the village, there was a deep forest. Leo had no food, no home, and no one to help him. Slowly, he walked into the forest, hoping he could survive until he found his parents again. The forest was huge and quiet. Tall trees covered the sky, and strange sounds came from the darkness. At night, Leo felt afraid. He heard the sound of owls, wolves howling in the distance, and leaves moving in the wind. The first night, Leo slept under a big tree. He was cold and hungry. The next morning, Leo woke up early. His stomach hurt because he had not eaten. He remembered something his father once told him: nature can help you, but you must respect it. Leo began looking for berries and fruits. After some time, he found a bush full of small red berries. He ate carefully and finally felt a little stronger. Days passed, and Leo slowly learned how to live in the forest. He built a small shelter using branches, leaves, and pieces of wood. It was not perfect, but it protected him from the rain. Leo also learned how to collect water from a small river nearby. Every day he explored more parts of the forest. Sometimes he saw deer running between the trees. Sometimes rabbits jumped through the grass. At first, the animals were afraid of him, but after many days, they became used to his presence. One morning, something strange happened. Leo heard a small crying sound near the river. When he followed the sound, he found a little injured fox. Its leg was hurt, and it could not walk properly. Leo felt sorry for the fox. Slowly and carefully, he picked it up and brought it to his small shelter. He cleaned the fox's leg with water and made a small bandage using cloth from his old shirt. For several days, Leo took care of the fox. He shared his food with it and talked to it when he felt lonely. The fox slowly became stronger. Soon, it started walking again and followed Leo everywhere. Leo named the fox Rusty. From that day, Leo was no longer completely alone. Rusty became his little companion in the forest. Together, they explored the forest every day. They discovered hidden paths, a beautiful waterfall, and a large hill where Leo could see the sunrise every morning. But life in the forest was still difficult. One winter night, the weather became very cold. Snow began to fall, and the forest looked completely white. Leo did not have enough warm clothes. He stayed inside his shelter with Rusty, trying to keep warm. He remembered his parents and wondered if they were still looking for him. Sometimes he felt sad, but he also remembered the words his father once told him: "Courage does not mean you are not afraid. It means you keep going even when you are afraid." Those words gave Leo strength. Weeks later, something unexpected happened. One day, while Leo was collecting wood, he heard voices in the distance. At first, he thought he was imagining things, but then he heard the voices again. "Hello, is anyone here?" Leo's heart started beating fast. He ran toward the voices as fast as he could. Soon he saw a group of travelers walking through the forest. They were explorers who were mapping the area. When they saw Leo, they were shocked. A small boy living alone in the forest. Leo told them his story. The travelers gave him warm clothes, food, and water. They promised to help him find his village and his parents. Leo looked at the forest one last time. The forest had been difficult and sometimes frightening, but it had also made him stronger. Rusty the fox stood beside him. Leo smiled. He was no longer the scared boy who entered the forest many months ago. He had learned how to survive, how to be brave, and how to never give up. And deep in his heart, he knew something important. Even in the darkest forest, hope can always find its way.